Hey guys, how are we all? Welcome to My Way Tarot. This is going to be a general love reading for the sign of Aquarius for the third week of October 2021. This can resonate with your sun, moon, rising or Venus sign, so please check out the other available videos on the channel so that you guys can get a fuller, more rounded picture as what potentially could be happening for your love life in relation to this week. Obviously these are timeless readings. It's whenever you kind of come across the reading when it's most likely going to resonate. If the reading resonates or a part of the message resonate, then that's awesome. If it doesn't resonate, then it simply isn't your message. So just take what you feel fits and leave the rest. So obviously as well, I could be reading for yourself or for your love interest, the one that's on your mind as it were. But please use your own discernment and kind of flip the roles. So let's get into the reading. If you are interested in TikTok, I have an account over there called My Way Tarot 444. Okay guys, I have the same profile picture that I use for my YouTube. Just be careful over there, or anywhere for that matter. It's got people trying to impersonate me in my account, etc. So just be careful that you're not being scammed by anyone as well, because I'm not available for personal readings. But if somebody comes forward towards you sounding like me or looking like me or what have you, potentially coming forward asking if you would like personal readings via WhatsApp and wanting your money first, etc., that is definitely not me. So please be careful. I would not come forward towards you and ask if you would like a reading. Okay guys, I'm not even available for personals right now as well, so just be careful guys. Okay, so let's get into the reading. Obviously you guys can leave a timestamp if you'd like to skip the intro. Sorry about my hand guys, I know it looks a bit gross, but I burnt it when I was cooking the other day, so just ignore that, alright? So what can we get for Aquarius please? Okay. Aquarius please, sun, moon, rising and Venus. What was that? Four of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, so that's air energy, that's you guys. Well, there's a lot going on because obviously all the cards wanted to jump out, so I feel like there's a lot of drama or conflict going on, or it has been going on. Someone's trying to heal themselves or they're needing to heal themselves. What's going on for Aquarius? You know, there you are, the Star. So your energy is here on the table, so you're very much in your power, I'm getting. What else can we get for Aquarius, please? Oh, Justice. We've got Libra energy, Seven of Swords in reverse. We have Six of Cups in reverse, and I'll take one more, please, for Aquarius. Ooh, that looked like it wanted to come out as well, so I will take it. The Three of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay, so obviously we have your energy here on the table. We have Libra as well. We have fire. We have more air. We have water. And we have Leo here later on. And we have Earth later on, but not predominantly on the table. Okay guys, so what I'm getting here is that either you or your love interest are feeling relatively down and out right now. I feel like somebody has been very much like in their ego, especially here with this Sun card kind of reversed, potentially due to a long-term home family situation that may not necessarily have worked out here with the Ten of Cups in reverse, and then have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like there's been an investment of sorts, a long-term investment that hasn't necessarily worked out, and somebody is feeling really quite irritated or frustrated or annoyed that something didn't necessarily work out in their favour. And what I'm getting is that somebody is going through a particular rough patch, especially with this kind of potentially closing out of a very difficult cycle, or somebody's trying to close out a very difficult cycle and start again. But potentially this relationship or situationship or whatever this has been, if this does relate to a third party situation, doesn't necessarily have to be, the investment didn't work out. And it wasn't built on solid ground, and someone, if they chose to be in a long-term situation with someone else, then predominantly the investment, it was kind of really based purely on material gains rather than necessarily a physical attraction. And potentially, if your person may have been with a third party, they may have had somebody in their life who was very emotionally draining and potentially financially draining as well. And what I'm getting is that this person, your love interest, or this could be you, has felt very stuck in this other relationship or situationship of sort, and potentially just kind of went through the motions to keep the peace. And now what they're doing is they're realizing that they can't do that anymore because it's not necessarily working out for them, and they've been hiding their unhappiness, potentially to spare and protect the feelings of others, I'm getting. Even though if they felt incredibly lonely and maybe even depressed, I'm getting, potentially they may have felt like they were left out in the cold to do with the situation, or taken for granted by this other person that they were dealing with. And they're wanting to be able to move on to calmer waters and finish off this particular cycle or situation, but maybe they're not necessarily in a place to be able to do that as of right now. They are not necessarily where they need to be. Potentially, I'm getting this sense like if they had been in a third party situation, all they did was kind of argue with each other when it came purely down to finances. Like it could have been a very much an ego, kind of a battle of the egos, I'm getting. So potentially there could have been some sort of empath or narcissist paradigm. That's something that's potentially coming through. I'm also getting that if this particular relationship that your person was in, if they were in a third party, they had a lot of other people, most likely relatives or friends and families, kind of sticking their oar in and meddling in to do with that particular relationship or situation, and kind of telling them what they should be doing and what they should be doing, and etc. And potentially your person may have just got a little bit fed up from the whole thing, and potentially you know, they're ready to kind of leave, but they can't leave as of yet. That's what potentially what I'm getting. And most likely that if they were dealing with a third party and it wasn't the relatives, this person that they were supposedly in a romantic connection with, they were just stirring up trouble. They were just stirring up trouble for a particular reason, and your person just felt relatively stuck. And I'm getting this sense that your person could be dealing with an earth sign, doesn't necessarily have to be, but they may be trapped in something financially as of right now. And I'm getting this impression that your person is a really good person. Like they are solid, they are loyal, they are a committed person or a committed partner, they are a hard worker, and they really work on their goals, their dreams, and potentially there may have just been difficulties when it came to sticking their boundaries, when it came to this other person or this other situation. Could be dealing with a Cancer, and so therefore they may have just let a few things kind of slip by, kind of pass as it were. So if there was something that was aggravating your person, and you know, they may at a time not have felt like it was a massive deal. It's like all these kind of little things that add up, and then eventually they kind of niggle at you, and then it gets to the point where, you know, all these kind of mini problems are there and they're looming in the distance, and you kind of keep quiet about them, and then eventually these smaller issues end up getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and potentially they may have avoided dealing with these particular issues for quite some time, and then they felt like they're completely stuck. And what they're needing to do is they need to be clear with their partner, if they're in a third party, that something isn't working out for them anymore, and that they are getting themselves ready to leave, but they don't feel like they're ready to physically move on as of yet, even though potentially they know that they would want to. And I'm also getting that they may have sacrificed love and carried on in a situation. They sacrifice love to potentially marry for financial reasons or for money, because either that or your person's whoever they were dealing with saw them as like Mr. or Mrs. Moneybags, and potentially thought, okay, well, this is my ticket this is my investment, so I'm going to go here. But yet the emotional fulfillment was lacking. There was something that was obviously revealed, and potentially the relationship just became more and more negative. Like, it's like I was saying, as these little things kept on adding up, and potentially your person may have just been so focused on their career as well. I'm getting that very strongly. And they, you know, they have very high standards, especially if they're sitting here in this kind of King of Pentacles energy. They have very high standards, and they, you know, work specifically on their career. Their material world and stability is incredibly important for them. But they also want to have a relationship that is based on trust and on loyalty. And they most likely didn't take this other person that they were dealing with for granted at all. But their person probably treated them took them for granted. And now they're getting to the point where they're having this realization that they want to leave that particular situation and go and work hard on their finances to rebuild themselves up again, especially if there's been like a selling of a property, or they've lost out on finances with a job or something along those lines, and like they're just not necessarily in the stable place that they have been previously. They may have been the King of Pentacles at one point, but potentially here with having this big loss, they may have gone through something that was incredibly difficult. Maybe they got made redundant, I'm getting that potentially, or they lost their job, or they had to take a big cut in salary or something like that, so they couldn't move on forward the way that they want to. But what I'm getting as well is that this person, regardless of the losses that they've been through materially, they're working very hard to build themselves back up again. So they've probably lost this ace, and then they're building up to get this 8 here. And they want to go into something where they're going to have the emotional fulfillment, the emotional satisfaction in their life. And predominantly they're dropping the idea of focusing so much on money and going for an emotional fulfillment and what gives them this pure happiness. And it does take time, but potentially when they get there, slow and steady wins the race. So what I'm getting this sense is that this person, you know, will eventually want to come forward towards you and let you know that they can build on something with you when they've got their finances up and they've finished another situation. This is something that is also coming through, okay? Potentially they may be leaving a karmic partner here with this King of Wands energy. Now obviously this is you know, this is a masculine energy, but it doesn't necessarily have to mean that it's a man. It could be male or female, so we're reading energy rather than gender. And what I'm getting, that potentially if they did invest in a long-term partner, their person that they were dealing with wasn't very loyal to them, and they may have had, you know, some sort of commitment issues, or maybe they made your person feel like they were relatively powerless in a situation. Potentially if there was that kind of narcissist empath kind of paradigm, or some sort of power struggle to do with a connection or battle of the egos, could something be resonating. But somebody definitely wants to have a brand new beginning and get away from another situation and potentially move on forward so that they can take a chance on love again, and actually to go forward to love rather than being so focused in a material world aspect and that type of thing. Okay, so that could be like the particular backstory of what we don't see going on. Now what we have here on the table is that there is someone, either you or your person, who is wanting things to move on forward in their favour, and they most likely will do here with the Justice card and the Star energy. If this person has been dealing with a third party and you live at a distance from each other, they want to come forward towards you and close the gap between the two of you. And what I'm getting is that you may have been taking the time to heal yourself while this other person has been sorting out their situation, if they have been dealing with someone else or something else. And when it comes to a third party situation, it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a work situation to do with home, family, anything really that kind of gets in the way or prevents a union or a reunion of a connection from taking place. What I'm also getting here is that with this kind of Six of Cups in reverse, this person is not having very much passion in their life. Potentially they're dealing with someone who they're having this realization that they no longer love this other person that they have been dealing with, or potentially this other person that they've been dealing with has told them that they don't love them anymore. And now, especially if this person, if your person has lost out financially and they were only together really in the first place due to having similar interests to do with material reasons, like reputation and status and what tangible things can we have in our kind of material world, then there's most likely been some sort of breakup, or someone's had this realization that they supposedly, you know, don't love their person, or they never really did love their person, and that they just kind of purely stayed around for selfish reasons. And I'm getting the sense that either someone may be coming clean, and this could be a really difficult pill of truth to swallow. And so somebody may, like your person, potentially may come forward towards you to let you know, call you obviously from a long distance, and just say, look, I found out the truth about a situation that I'm trying to heal from. It's been incredibly heartbreaking, and I actually want you to know that, I'm on the way back, and I want to fix things with you, and I want to make things right, and I feel that you and I can heal something and rekindle some sort of romance and make things work out in our favor. Like, I just know that, everything will work out, it will be all right. And they want to come forward towards you with this particular truth and be honest with you. I'm also getting the sense that they probably want to take responsibility for their actions and take accountability for how they've been in this other connection, potentially if they're dealing with a third party, or just in general how they have been in their daily life, but also with you as well. And I feel like this person wants to have a reconciliation with you. I feel like they're trying to find their freedom, or eventually get to the point where they can be free to let go of any emotional baggage or issues that they have been dealing with, and come forward towards you and to let you know that actually they are very positive and loving. They have positive and loving thoughts about you, and they know that you and them are meant to actually heal something and work on together with a particular connection. But what I'm seeing is that this person most likely has a third party in their midst, okay? And there's some sort of interference, but they are trying to get themselves to move on from that because they don't want to be restricted with this person. That's the last thing they want to do. It's the last thing they want. And most likely they're retreating from that other relationship, and they know that they want to regroup and reconnect with you and spend some quality time together with you, so that you guys can work things out, because you're deserving of this particular clarity. And I'm getting the sense this person is having this breakthrough that they want to come forward towards you, and they want to face any problems that there have been, with honesty. And they want to have this kind of meeting of the minds between the two of you. And they want you to communicate properly, because they really do love talking to you. And I'm getting the sense that, if you have been apart from this person, they really do miss you. They kind of look out into the distance and kind of, daydream potentially about the idea of expanding your connection and where it can go. And, they may feel like you may be happily single as of right now, and kind of moving on, being successful, having your own fresh start, until they kind of finish off what they're doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clarify these particular cards, these majors that we're just seeing here, broke up the deck. Yeah, look at this. Your person most likely, or you, are feeling exhausted from a long-term situation here. Like, you just, energy is all completely sapped out of you. It's like your person's most likely having to heal still from a previous relationship or a current relationship that they're trying to close off, because it most likely was not very healthy. And this person's getting their freedom, and they're doing whatever they can, or they feel that they can, regardless of how injured they feel afterward. They know that it's going to be worthwhile, because eventually they'll finish off and close a cycle that wasn't necessarily healthy for them. and they have this recognition and this acknowledgement of knowing that it's not healthy for them, and they will eventually be successful when they come forward towards you to let you know and you know what's going on in this situation. But most likely they've been overthinking because they've been heartbroken, and potentially could be dealing with a Capricorn or a Sagittarius. And we do have a bit more air here as well, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So what I'm getting from this here is that this person has been feeling very unbalanced, very heartbroken, dealing with a lot of very petty people in their life surrounding them. You know, could be work colleagues, could be family members, could be the partner potentially that they're with, or even if they have children, they may have difficulties with their children as of right now. And I'm just getting this like sense that this person is feeling exhausted, and potentially whoever they've been dealing with has been very much more concerned about trying to score points with them rather than necessarily make things right and put in the effort to make things worth. But your person, potentially, if they have been married or in a long-term situation, they're getting a divorce or they're going through a separation of sorts, and it's not an easy process to end this particular cycle, but they've had enough and they're deciding that they want to have their freedom. And this person is getting to the point where there are other people who are going to be spreading rumours about this particular situation, and to make them feel like they're unbalanced. But what I'm getting here is they definitely missed out financially here. You know, look at this, with this unbalanced energy here with the Two of Pentacles in reverse, they're having major money issues, and then with this Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So not only have we seen the Ten of Cups in reverse to do with a happy home, etc., but also the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So there hasn't been very much fulfillment in relation to this at all. And your person's getting to the point where they just want out. Potentially they could have been dealing with someone who was like borrowing money off them very heavily. Like this partner, if they were with a long-term partner, you know, as I was saying earlier, they could be in the place of being at the King of Pentacles, and then potentially they may have lost their job or something along those lines. And then therefore now they may not be in the same financial status as what they were. And potentially they may have been, you know, this person that they were with was borrowing money or taking money from them or what have you. Potentially as well with the Seven of Swords card, there could have been a sense that there's been some sort of theft. So either you or your person, most likely your person was dealing with someone who was manipulating them, and potentially trying to steal from them, I'm getting. And so now your person is realised or seen something of a situation for what it truly is, and now they want to move on out of it. But let's clarify these cards up here. So obviously take what you feel resonates and leave the rest. But yeah, your person's going to come forward towards you and let you know that they've been very heartbroken and that they've gone through a separation, and they want to let you know the reason why they couldn't communicate with you before. So if there's been like little contact or no contact between the two of you, they want to come forward and let you know. And predominantly they've been very much trapped in their head about this particular situation, potentially feeling like they were at crossroads, like unsure about what to do in their own life and how to be able to move on forward. But I definitely feel like they see you as a soulmate connection, and that potentially you guys could eventually have something very substantial together. What's the star here for Aquarius? Like, why is the star here for Aquarius' reading, please? Do I take that? Ace of Wands in reverse. So, yeah, if there's been any lack of passion between the two of you, which most likely there has been, then I'm getting the sense that that's going to be healed. Yeah, the same as here with this. If there's been lack of emotion and letdowns and disappointments or setbacks to do with your relationship, that's going to be healed. But they also want you to know that this other person that they're dealing with, you know, they've changed their mind, about that. They've changed their mind. They're not feeling the fulfillment that they once did, and they want to heal the situation by finishing it and letting it go. What else here for the Star? But potentially they have a lot of people around them trying to distract them so that they can't heal this particular connection of sorts between the two of you. What else for the Star, please? Yeah, they can't come forward towards you and show you and express their love here with the Knight of Cups in reverse, because they're potentially going through a breakup of sorts. They don't just want to be here for, like, you know, hit it and quit it type thing. You don't want to, like, a one night stand with you. You know, they want to do things properly. Potentially they don't want you to think that they're just going to jump from one bad relationship and then jump into another relationship with you and put blame on a situation, like put a blame on your relationship. But what I'm also getting is that they're having this recognition that it's not a time for them to take particular action as of right now to come forward towards you, and sometimes it's just best to just let things stew, just to let things kind of calm down a little bit. But they're very protective of you, and they do want to come forward towards you. Look at that, want to come forward towards you and express this passion, but they need to let go of this other situation first before they do that, before they can come towards you with this Two of Cups. I mean, look how beautiful. What else can we get for the Star energy? Most likely they'll let you know that there was some sort of financial codependency, or even just emotional codependency in this other relationship. But look at that, the Hangman could be dealing with a Pisces. What else for Aquarius energy? Potentially, if they are in this other relationship still and they haven't necessarily finished that, they're reflecting on their thoughts, and they're probably withdrawing from this other person and hiding their feelings for you. And they need to release this other person because the investment didn't necessarily work out. I'm getting the sense, if that's the case, this person may be a little bit suspicious of your person. If they are wanting to leave or move out of another situation. The Empress in reverse, the Magician, Page of Wands in reverse. So I'm getting the sense that your person may have children, you know, baby mama, baby daddy type situation. And they're wanting to heal that, so that if there is like a co-parenting situation, they're trying to manifest it so that it actually works out. Not necessarily that it works out so that, you know, your person and this other person can stay together and to make things work, but until to make their life more easy, their intentions are to let everybody kind of get settled and sort stuff out, predominantly with the child in mind, because potentially the child may not necessarily be happy as of right now. And so therefore it may come across to you that this person's uncaring and not really bothered about your connection, but actually they have a lot going on and they're just wanting things to be right. So could be dealing with a Gemini, a Libra, a Scorpio, or a Taurus here. What do we get here for Justice? Your person's been very much up in their head, potentially to do with this situation, to do with a child. I'm getting that whoever your person is dealing with, this person may be very jealous. Potentially jealous, especially if they're finding out about you, if they kind of hear through the grapevine. But look, there's justice is coming in. Ending of a relationship, the burden's been too much to carry. This person's finishing off a soul cycle in their life, ending, closing off a relationship, and it's going to bring justice to them, their situation, but also to you as well. Why is justice here for Aquarius? Your person's going through a major rebirth. Yeah, look at that. I was saying that earlier, that this person, if they've been dealing with a karmic partner, they've been feeling relatively trapped and trapped up in their head. And this person who they've been dealing with may be very cold, very manipulative, very mean, very bossy, somebody who's incredibly cruel. I'm getting the sense as well that this person may have even cheated on your person. Your person's been very loyal, but there could have been a sense of infidelity. That's something that was wanting to come through. But what I'm getting as well, that this person may have been very critical of your person, very judgmental, and that they felt stuck in another situation and they couldn't get themselves out of it, but they are breaking themselves free. Look at that, with the devil energy coming out reversed. This is so beautiful. Could be dealing with a Capricorn. But yeah, your person is like that king and queen, like King of Pentacles energy we saw upright, and now the Queen of Pentacles. Your person is finding their own self-worth. They're becoming more grounded again after a difficult time, choosing their independence and realizing that they need to nurture their own self-worth and build themselves back up again. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. So they're becoming single out of another situation, most likely. Okay, I'm going to take one more for justice. Yep. So anything that's been unbalanced here with the Two of Pentacles will be balanced. It will be sorted. It will be rectified. It will be sorted. That any tension that there has been will be dissipated. Your person here is having to withdraw as of right now from away from you, but they are definitely fantasizing about your connection between the two of you, because they are kind of hankering to be around you. But they also want you to kind of know that this other situation who they've been with was most likely more of a roommates type situation than lovers. Yeah, this third party. You know, it's most likely that they could have had other options, but they're making plans to get away from that, to go after true love. So they may look like they're not available as of right now. They can't show a commitment because they're consumed by something else elsewhere, as we kind of already got the gist of that. So let's look at the romance angels. So I know the reading's gone on a little bit longer than usual, or pretty much the same, but when the messages come through, I just have to kind of go with it, guys, all right? But potentially your person, they may feel like they can't come forward towards you because they've lost out on so much, and that they'll have not very much to be able to offer you because of what they've been through. But they basically put you on the pedestal. They just know how incredible you are. And they kind of doubt in a way that they would ever be able to have a chance with you because of what they've gone through. What I'm getting is like they feel like they're damaged goods, which is awful. I mean, I hope that they don't feel that way, but they may feel that way. Or they felt that at one point. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So what we don't see is that you may be getting signs and synchronicities that this person has gone through a lot, and this person's now seeing and identifying the red flags in their life and having this realization that they need to move on out of it and to heal. They recognize and see that you are the one, and that it would be safe to love you, and maybe they're having their friends help them to get out of this other situation that they've been in. What else we get for Aquarius, please? They're definitely getting help. Flirts, extend your light-hearted energy to others and stay optimistic about your love life. Bottom of the deck, we have worth waiting for again. I mean, you know, amazing. This person definitely wants to come forward towards you. They definitely have a lot of passion for you. They may not be overly romantic, but they definitely will love you, and they definitely do love you, and they definitely respect you. And they know that they want to come forward towards you properly, and they realise that, you know, you guys can have something really quite beautiful together. And this person just loves being around you, and they just want to be there with you. They know and recognise that you are most likely the one for them. And they're hoping that you'll stay optimistic, that things can kind of turn around in your favour, but also their favour. And eventually things most likely will do, but there just could be a little bit of stagnation as of right now. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because if they haven't fully healed from another situation and they come towards you, you know, they're not their full, like, complete whole self. Like, they're not, you know, fully ready, as it were. And you kind of don't want to be with someone or wait for someone who's going to come around and be part ready. Like, you want them to be, you know, fully healed and fully confident in themselves and stable and secure, and especially if you want something long term as well. You know, obviously this is all down to you guys and how you know, want a relationship. I mean, obviously everyone's different, aren't they? So let's look at the Soulmates in Separation, unspoken love messages by the Serendipity Tarot, and see what either you want to say to your person or what they would like to let you guys know. What's happening for Aquarius, please? I wish I could have been emotionally available and let you in. Yeah, they feel regretful about that. I should have listened to my intuition. I fear that you will never look at me the same. It's hard for me to look at the mirror, or look at myself and see the mirror. Oh my gosh, my words are not coming out. I fear that you will never look at me the same. It's hard for me to look at myself in the mirror. So obviously, please take what you feel fits and resonates. The distance between us is killing me. So yes, emotionally and physically, this person is feeling the distance. Okay. Deliver me from temptation. And one more. I'm working on myself each day so that I can come back to you as my complete whole self. Now, oh my God, didn't I literally just say that? I literally just said that this person wants to be like, come back properly and be fully healed and to be their fuller, rounder self. Like, you know, you don't want them kind of be half done, as it were. I hope you allow me to step up and turn this around, and that they're feeling emotionally void without you. Okay? So anyway, guys, I hope that you have enjoyed the reading. If you did, please like, share and subscribe. Leave us a comment. I greatly appreciate it. I'll return back to those comments as well. If you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys get an alert as to when I'll post another video. If you are interested in TikTok, then I am over there with My Way Tarot 444. And I hope that you guys have a really good week, and we'll speak to you again soon. So please take care. Bye for now.